Hello everybody, it's Roger again with Tree Life 584 Tree, and we had an awesome week and my hand's better. I actually sanded it down but just so it wouldn't catch, and man, it feels so much better. The scabs were catching on everything and I was bumping it, and cut myself, what was it, last Wednesday? So it's only been a week and a couple days and it's already almost healed. So very fortunate to be a fast healer. Anyway, just a very productive week. I'm staying super busy, can't keep up. Looking for a software program to help me with my estimates. So if you guys know any software programs, it's just so hard to keep track of everything, and I need to be able to basically just keep track of my estimates, left messages, callbacks, stuff like that. So hopefully I'll find something. Instead of writing everything down, I need something on a tablet. Keep ordering more locks. The locks I ordered last time work awesome. So I ordered a few more, and I ordered a couple, but they all come in at different times. So this one is a black one. So now we have a black one, a red one, and a silver one. So I like to put different colors on each of my locks. I like different colors on my ropes, my saws, everything. So I don't like to have a bunch of one thing, especially ropes and saws or locks, because then you lose track of which rope had what stress on it. Or sometimes if you have a situation where, say, one of your saws doesn't run correctly and you got 5 of them, and then you end up picking up the wrong saw, throwing it in a truck, and you get to the job site and you have a saw that doesn't run correctly. So I usually either have a different, I don't buy a bunch of the same thing except for top handles and pole saws, because there's no other option. But as far as the other saws, I try to get saws that are close together that use the same chain but not the exact same model. That way we know if you have, 5 311 MS 311s and one doesn't run right, or one has a dull chain, or something's broke on one, and you're still using it, there's just more chance of you picking up a saw that doesn't work correctly. So that's my thought process. If you have a rope, one has a little snag in it you only use for like pulling stuff over, you don't use that for roping. You want to identify each rope and know exactly what it's been used for. Also too, when you're climbing, you only use a specific rope for climbing. If you have a bunch of true blues, all the same color, blue, that's another situation. I had a really good climber in Jacksonville. He'd been climbing. He's one of the best climbers I ever knew, and they were using a true blue, and the guy roping was using a true blue. They're working at the same time. He tied in the wrong rope and he fell almost 30-40 feet, and he was never able to climb again. So it's very important that you identify and you use different colors, color code everything if you can, if possible. It just makes life a lot easier and safer. So anyway, enough of that. Got another lock. These things are awesome. Like I showed you before, you can rekey them. I mean, they don't have a key. You just basically you open it up. Most of them start with 0000. You open them up, you unlock them, put whatever code in is, then you lock it back, and it's ready to go. And you can do that as many times as you want. So I really recommend this style lock. It'll make your life a lot easier. If you ever have anybody that is stealing stuff off your truck, or you just want to be more secure, say you have a bunch of employees that come and go, you can change the identity, change the code. You can also have locks that you can only get into that way, and then you can change that code too. So, and these are cheap. They're only $12.88 on Amazon. So stainless steel disc padlock, 4-digit combination, $12.88. So BO96DPX8PM. Yeah, these are just a very, very good investment, and they last. I've had some that lasted probably 10 years. You want to put a little WD-40 in them or a little lube in there every once in a while, because if you keep them outside, they do have a tendency to start sticking. So definitely want to lube those up. And I had one more box. Pretty sure I know what's in this one. I'll share this with you guys. There's only one thing in here. These are the same thing I got a week or two ago. I tried them out and I really like them. These are rubber boots, and they have a composite toe. The reason I bought another pair is because these are great if you're doing estimates, and say you don't want to wear boots all the time, but you just want to, say you have a wet yard or you have a nasty muddy area, and you don't want to have to change your boots out or your shoes. You can basically just and there's nothing inside them. They're just a rubber boot with no insole. And I've actually wore these, and I actually climbed in them one day just to see if I could do it. And I climbed 2 pine trees, and my feet weren't hurting. And I'm 250 pounds. So they have enough to where you can put your spurt. I don't recommend climbing in them, but they worked. I just had a simple 2 little pine trees to climb. And I just you know what? I have my boots with me, but let me just try it. Because sometimes you go out and you forget your boots, or there's just a situation where you don't have boots with you for some reason. I don't know. I've come in that situation a few times, not very often, but these boots here will help in a pinch. Also, too, you can slide your foot in them. You don't have to unlace anything. You don't have to lace anything up. You do have to have a boot cut pant leg, because it's very tight if you just have regular pant legs, but the opening is big enough to where you can just slide your foot in and it goes right in. You can pull them out pretty easily as well. So they're just super convenient. I've had a bad back, so I try to get things that are easy in and out. They also have a little tab here, so you can step on it with the first boot to help pry your foot out. So they are a little bit, I think, pricey. There's no packing slip, but I think they're like 68 bucks or something like that. I know they're over 60 bucks, but they're really worth it because they have a non-slid, non-skid sole, and a lot of boots, like the ones I buy, I fell in them before because they don't have this non-skid. I think every work boot should have a non-skid like this, especially you guys if you're walking up ladders, or you're you're getting up into the truck, your bucket truck, or climbing around your truck. You're climbing up the ramps on the back of your truck with your machines. These definitely help your grip. So I love this grip. I wish they had them on all shoes. And they also have a composite toe. Now, you should really be wearing a steel toe if you're using chainsaws, because the composite toe a saw will cut right through composite, but it's a little more protection than not having a composite toe. So that's the only regret, is if they had a steel toe, they would be safer with the use of chainsaws. But I'd rather have this than nothing on my foot at all, as far as like a regular boot with no hard toe at all, or a shoe with no hard toe. So this is the best thing I've found so far. If you guys know of any boot exactly like this or similar to this with a steel toe, let me know. But they're actually super comfortable. I've actually wore them all day and my feet didn't hurt, which is hard to say about a rubber boot. So they do, but I have flatter feet. So if you guys have a high arches, you might want to get an insole for them. But this is a really good boot in a pinch. I think everybody should have a pair of these or two on their truck. Or if it's raining out and you get everything's drenched and soaking wet, you can throw these on real quick, and you can even throw them on without socks. I wear them without socks. I just put my foot in there, wear them with socks. You know, they're really good in the wintertime because you can throw your pant leg over top of them. It's really good for grinding stumps. You don't get all those stump grindings inside your boot. The only reason I get a taller one, if they made this boot taller with a zipper, it's easy in and out, I would buy it, but I haven't been able to find any. But I'm looking for a tall boot with a zipper so I can still step in and out and not have to lace them, because we're doing a lot of groundwork and we don't do much climbing. We have bucket trucks. We're probably getting a spider lift soon. So I'm trying to make the putting on and off of everything as quick and easy as possible. These are the Bullfrog Pro 2. I wear a size 11. They do run 11. I used to be able to squeeze into a 10.5, but as I get older, my feet have been swelling. I just buy 11s now, or 11.5. It's just, I think my feet are getting fatter and wider. I know they're not growing long ways, but as you get older, you just have to start getting, my dad wore a double or triple E 12, so if you're catching up, I just get a wider, bigger size, and it seems to work for me. But I used to wear a 10.5 like for the first 30 years, and then I've noticed my feet, I can't fit in a 10.5 anymore. They're super tight, so I just went up to the 11.5. So, but these are an excellent boot, a backup boot, a water boot, frog boot, whatever you want to call it. But for 60-something bucks, they're an excellent boot for backup, or those wet days where you know you're just going to be tromping through mushy, wet, muddy lawns all day. So anyway, this is Roger with Roger's Reviews. I hope you like this video, and crush the like button if you do. And if you guys know of any software programs that you guys recommend for tree work and doing estimates, I'd greatly appreciate it. So anyway, God bless and have a great day.